Hey everyone, Scott from Horderside here with my first live video in quite a while. Um, and I have really been putting this one off. Um, I've just been busy. These slabs have all been back for a long time. They've been back for at least a month now. Um, and I just haven't gotten around to showing any of them off. Um, I know I'm really slacking. So, um, let's give it a minute or two, see if anybody pops in and give me some time to pull up a couple more cheat sheets I need. As long as I've had to prep for this, you'd think I'd be ready to go, wouldn't you? Well, I am not prepared. Although I am a little bit. I came up with a nifty new overlay to show the books off, but you can see them stacked behind me. So I'm going to have to get up and start shuttling them back and forth. Uh, let's just grab a box and get into it. God damn it. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? There we go. I'm trying to decide the best way to go through these. So let's just grab. Let's get the big box out of the way first. Let's just get the big box out of the way. 33. I sent 51 books in. And of course, it's a box on the bottom, right? I sent 33 books in. And they all well, maybe they're not. Maybe I just stacked them on top of where I moved them to. Oh, maybe this is them. All right. Let's see if I can go down my list. I sent all of these in to get cleaned and pressed ahead of time, and then submitted. Yeah. All right. So you can watch. Hey, Drac. Just in time. Just in time. See how this does here. Aha! All right. So of these 33 books in this lot, all right, we got Fables number 1. Came back in 9.2. Now, if you guys want to, make sure you check out my before video before I submitted everything. A lot of these, like that's a PC book. The variant for Fables 1, 9.6. Some of these I submitted were books I'm going to get rid of. What do we got? Dark Horse Presents. Should be in here somewhere. Um, so, and again, I sent all of these in for clean and press. Some of them I'm going to resubmit and send to a different presser. Dark Horse Presents number 1, 9.2. First appearance of Concrete and Black Cross, and the very first Dark Horse book. Some of them, you know, CGC in their grading. Some of them I wonder about. Some of them I still see pressable defects in. Again, which is why some of them are going to be resubmitted. And some of them, I only had one shot at it. If it didn't come back a good grade on the first try, it's not worth cracking, pressing, cleaning, and resubmitting. So some of them I'm just going to have to live with or get rid of or whatever. Some of these I did buy to get rid of. This is another PC book. Zen Intergalactic Ninja, issue number 1. And then I've got somewhere. Issue number 2 and a 9.8. This is a pretty, yeah, Zen's definitely a cool title. 1 and a 9.8. Now that's the highest on the census. Number 1 in that 9.4. That's actually pretty high. These are all really low population books. Issue 3 and a 9.0. Issue 4, 9.8. Again, this is the highest on the census. And I think both these 9.8s, they are the only 9.8 on the census. Issue 5, 9.2. And issue 6, 9.4. Yeah, you're right, Drac. There's really not. I checked a lot of the census before sending some of them in. Again, if I knew it was going to be a PC book like these Zens, which a little side light here, a piece of original art I picked up from issue number 1 of Zen. Again, that's how prepared I am. I didn't have that sitting here ready to go. So that's all of those. All right, so moving on to Coyote, issue number 12. and 9.4. Issue 13 and a 9.0. And issue 11 and a 9.2. Hey, Miss So, thanks for popping in. So there's always a controversy around Coyotes and Todd McFarlane and which was first and who did what first. And CGC notes this as the first Todd McFarlane published artwork. But then actually issue 12 was, according to Todd, the first artwork he drew. And last minute, they asked him to do something for issue 11. So, but the cover doesn't note anything about that. Hey, man. Glad you could make it. If anybody wants to hop in, let me know. I'll be glad to pass the link out. I put it out in a couple of chats. All right, now the ones that I'm really disappointed in. Really disappointed in these. These are a combination of PC and resale. Marvel #1. I don't know if anybody remembers that series. Yeah, Biggie. 51. No real bangers yet. Well, a couple of bangers maybe, but nothing too crazy. We have to catch a rewind on those. But this was Marvel's kind of spoof on Smallville. And the big thing about this series was the Greg Horn covers. So that was issue 1. And I should have, there we go, another Greg Horn cover. Yeah, they had a couple special covers. They had two different covers for every issue, I think, except maybe for 7 or 8. And #1, they may have actually had 3, 4, but they had 2 foils for one. They had this one and then the one I just showed. Yeah, there's a lot to like about these covers. Like Biggie said, #5 is a big one. Somehow I ended up with 2 of everything, but I don't have any issue 2s. So I'm going to put this together a set of 9/8s. So there's #3 in a 9/8. I was hoping I didn't have too far to go after these came back, but unfortunately I do. So here's #3 in a 9/6. Again, that one will be for sale. These books specifically are ones that were one-shot books. If they didn't come back with the grade I wanted on the first round, there's no cracking and pressing. There's #4 in a 9/8. Oh, and another copy of #4 in 9/8. Now for the money book. This is the one I was counting on. This one I may have cracked and repressed, because this one actually is worth a chance. Number 5 in a 9.6. Again, I like this all whole set in 9/8. And then this one, I don't know what the fuck happened. I knew this one was not a high grade book. But a 6.5, really? I'm having camera difficulties here on my main camera. I don't know why. I may have to go to a backup. It says it's overheating. But yeah, I don't know what the 9.6. I mean, yeah, it's definitely got some color breaks on it, but honest, I mean, I think it's with a bad press. I mean, you can see it almost, to me, looks like a color breaking line from whatever was put in it when it was pressed. But again, this one's not going to be worth resubmitting. Main camera is too hot. Well, you know why? Because it was fucking looking at me. So if anybody wants a 6.5 copy of Marvel number 5, hit me up. All right, there's issue 6 in a 9.8. And I only had one copy of issue 6. Yes, all right. And then issue 7 in a 9.8. Back cover of the 6.5 is again, I mean, I was really thinking maybe, I mean, that looks like a little corner crunch. It could have been taken out from the presser. I was honestly thinking maybe an 8. Just because of the color breaks. But a 6.5, I think, is pretty harsh. So, all right, we're out of the Marvel business. Again, I got plenty of dupes for sale of the Marvels. What are we looking for next? All right, this one. This one was kind of cool. Book most people never heard of. The Gift. From Raven Gregory Press. Significance of this book is its first published Tyler Kirkham. Kind of a cool cover. I got a few more of these that I found over the course of history. They'll be heading to the presser. A different presser than I used before. Let's see. Next is going to be all right. Teen Titans #1. I have no idea why I sent this in. It's strictly to sell it. I think I won it. I can't remember if I won it or if it came from a Ollie's pack or something, but it looked clean, and I thought I could get it pressed and maybe make a buck or two on it. So, not bad there. You guys hear a big crash? It's just plastic falling over. Next, I was a little disappointed in this one. The Goon #1, 9.4. Was definitely looking for higher. And yeah, I'm missing some good. Oh, are they here? I'm missing some good books. I hope I didn't lose them. Got a copy of it as a promo. Did it say anything different on it? Did it say promo or anything, or was it just a regular copy? Boy, where the hell did it go? I still have it somewhere. Well. All right, I'm missing some big books I need to find. Kind of important ones. Maybe I need to get better organized. Don't want to say I'm concerned. But I could be a little nervous that I don't see these books anywhere. I don't see another box of graded books sitting around anywhere. And it's only 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing 8 books. Books. These aren't them, but no. Oh, thank God. Was actually getting nervous. I mean, I knew they were in here somewhere. I lost it. I like a prototype. Yeah, you'll see why I was nervous when I start pulling them out. And again, these are books I'm kind of I'm kind of disappointed in the grades. So one of them, all right, I got one of these that I pressed and cleaned myself and sent in. And it came back a 9.8. This one came back a 9.2. First appearance, Ren and Stimpy. So the 9.8 I have is the one and only on the census. I was hoping for better than a 9.2 anyways. And again, this is another book I think has pressable defects in it still. So I'm going to send it to another presser. Hey, Jonathan. Warlord, thanks for popping in. I'm going to send it to another presser that told me they'd take a good look at the books and then if they thought they could do better for it, crack and press it. And if they didn't think they could do anything for it, they'd send it back. So I thought, nothing to lose there. Here's one I was happy with. DC Spotlight, number 1. 1985, 9.8. We have Dark Knight Returns and The Watchmen. There's a lot of previews of first appearances in here. But for being a white cover, there's surprisingly quite a few high-grade copies of this. I've got a few more coming from the same seller that I might send in too. But this is just one of those books that everybody should probably have a copy of. Here's another one I was disappointed in. Yeah, I still look at it and there are so many pressable defects still in this one. All right, we'll let my camera cool. So let me just switch to just fill the screen up. Nick's first X23, other than when she's in the test tube, I guess, 9.2. Again, really, looks pretty good from there, but look at the back, and there are definitely some pressable defects in there. Greetings, sir. Thanks for popping in. But this is one I got direct back when I used to order direct from Diamond, so I've had that one for a while. All right, so here's another kind of disappointing situation here. I sent in 4 books, and I sent in, the grades were a 8.5, a 9.0, a 9.2, and an ungraded. So that's what I sent in. Here is what I got back. A 9.0. Another 9.0. An 8.5. And an 8.0. Needless to say, I was a little disappointed from that. I was honestly expecting the 9.2 to go up. I was expecting the 8.5 to go up. The 9.0 what I was on the fence about, and then the raw book, the unslab book, that could have been the one that came back, the 8.0. But you know, I don't know. I just don't know. I thought the raw book was better than an 8.0, but it could be. So, but again, I see there's color breaks, but there's also pressable defects in this book. So these 4 are all going to go to another presser. One last year raw. And again, he's going to let me know whether he thinks he can get some of these, what I think are pressable defects, out of it. And yeah, Andy, I don't want to say smoked. I mean, it depends on your definition of smoked. I think I got smoked on this one. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not perfect, but I was expecting like an 8.0 at least, and to come back at 6.5 on this book, it was pretty brutal. I mean, granted, I think I don't know. It's just, again, but it's a book that it's not worth fucking with. You know, you just kind of got to live with it. So there's no way it's going to go up any higher than that. So the one shining moment from this batch here, so that's redemption for a lot of it, because I still got another batch of disappointment to come. But 9.8 on that book. You know, it makes me wonder if I wouldn't have had this one cleaned and pressed, maybe it was a 9.9 or a 10. You know? Let's see if my camera's cooled off yet. Don't know why every once in a while it does this. There we go. I'm back. Look at that. So yeah, that was a redeeming factor in that particular batch of books. So let's jump to, let's jump to this one. So these ones I sent in mainly to sell. I got a, strike while the iron's hot type thing. Invincibles number 6. 9.8. And again, somehow I can't find my number 5. Number 4 and a 9.4. Another number 4 and a 9.4. Oh, 9.6. Wow, that's even better, huh? Number 3. And a 9.8. All right. Thanks, Andy. Let me know what you think after you get a chance to watch them all. Number 2 and a 9.8. Yeah, Tyler, they're all for sale. Got to sell while they're still worth something, right? And then here's where the disappointment sets in. Number 1 and a 9.4. And again, I don't know if these are pressable down here. And if they're worth messing with, I'll let the next guy decide that. There's definitely a couple of color breaks on this one. And actually, I don't know that they're color breaks. It's just, maybe it's the way the spine tick is. It's just, it looks like gloss, but that book is worth another shot. And this one's definitely worth another shot, I think. Number 1, 9.6. So those two will be getting sent to another presser for evaluation. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention something on that Pure Images book. The grader's notes on this. Let me pull this up. This is interesting. something everybody can look out for. Grader's notes say poorly pressed. Just interesting. Buttermilk. So, poorly pressed. I'd never seen that before on a note. All right, and this is pretty interesting too. Something this is my fuck up. This is my fuck up. X-Men 94 7.0. We've got printer's ink on it. Heavy printer's ink. So, not a very attractive copy. But when I sent this one in, I checked the wrong box. Notice what my custom label is on my X-Men book. So, and again, it's not worth fucking with to get it reslabbed. It was my fault. I checked my order form, and that's exactly what I asked for, so that's what they gave me. And then finally from this batch, another X-Men 94 with a Venom label in an 8.5. So yeah, rare, possibly. I don't know. I mean, I really just don't. Doesn't matter, no. But when I go to sell it, everybody's going to use that as an excuse to beat me up on price. I know that much. And then finally from this batch, just not necessarily a disappointment, but again, this is something that kind of pisses me off because, all right, it was a one shot on this book, 6.0. I knew this wasn't great. I knew this wasn't going to be a super high grade, but I mean, it's a newsie. And I knew it had a couple of color breaks, but there are definitely still some pressables in there. That yeah, just, but it's not worth sending it in and getting that one redone. So that's what I'm stuck with. And this, I purely had this one done just to move it. So I'm sure I've only got $1 in the book, if that. Um, Probably got 10 cents in the book. It probably came from a huge auction lot somewhere. So, but this does have the correct label. So it's got that going for it. All right, next batch. This is where it gets even more interesting. First Dead Man, Strange Adventures 205, 4.0. Not much you can do with it. I've had this book for years and years and years, and I didn't pay that much for it, so I knew there wasn't a whole lot that could be done with that one. So that one, it just kind of is what it is. I may move it, I may upgrade it, I may not do anything with it. Used to kind of like Dead Man. All right. Next, we have Fritzy Ritz, United Comics number 21. First appearance of Peanuts, tied with Tip Top 173 in a 3.5. Next, we have a colorful green label, Tip Top 173. First appearance of Peanuts, tied with United Comics 21 in a 3.5. Now, this is a green label because of the married cover, which, yes, I'm married. I found, how'd that go? I got a coverless book in a lot for $20, and then I paid maybe $500 for an incomplete copy that I lucked out and found. Stuck them together, voila, which is French for I made a married book. So this one's going to be for sale because it's my second copy. I have a 3.5 blue label. But yeah, pretty cool book, even for the green label. Next, we have another disappointing disappointing. And I think I kind of got hammered on it. But there you go, ASM 129. First appearance of, well, we all know, 4.0. I knew it was lower grade. I tell you, it looks nice, doesn't it? Looks pretty fucking good. But quick spine side, there's definitely some color breaks on it. And if I flip over to the back, we've got, some bends back there. Still, I think 4.0 is pretty harsh. I think it's way harsh, but that's just me. What else do we have? Okay, here's another one. I'm disappointed in, but I'm not. But I am. It's kind of I'm torn because you can already see the purple label. All right. And I kind of knew it was going to get a purple label. And I'll point out why. 6.0. So, again, I'm not super upset with that. The reason we get purple is, see if I can focus in on it. Right. There's some red marker right there at the top. Like somebody took a red felt tip pen to cover up some color breaks. So that top corner got dog-eared. And somebody colored it in with a pen. But if we look how wavy that is from the cleaner and presser. And I'm not saying now getting those waves out is going to take it up a half grade or anything, because it's got other problems. But the back doesn't look too bad. Getting those waves out, take it up a half a point. Probably not, but they shouldn't be there in the first fucking place. If you're somebody that charges money to clean and press, right? Sitting on them doesn't count, Tyler. And you can't use it for a whack hack. What's up, man?
I can whack that.
I bet you could.
I just got sitting down and seen Scott's live. He hasn't done this in a while.
Yeah, you missed most of them.
Thank God.
Oh, come on now.
Were they the good ones?
Well, it's all 51 of them.
Is that a purple label or blue label? I can't tell from the screen.
That's purple. That's one I kind of knew was going to be purple because I knew it had color touch on it. I was just commenting on how wavy the book still is after it was cleaned and pressed.
Did they find your crayon stuff on there?
It was red felt tip pen, and yes, they found it. But I didn't do it, obviously.
Here's
another one.
You know very specifically what it was, though.
You can just tell.
Gotcha.
It's red felt tip pen. So ASM number 10.
Is that a key? I'm just kidding.
It's the first appearance of the Enforcers.
Mm-hmm. And it's Amazing Spider-Man 10.
And it's Amazing Spider-Man 10. 7.0. Now, let's see here. They're calling restoration on this one because they're saying that the cover was cleaned.
That would insinuate like a wet bath, wouldn't it?
That's, I don't know, because that's almost what it would have to be.
I mean, like in their terminology, not what actually happened to them.
Yeah. So,
like some Jerry the Jitterbug stuff.
Right, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to send this to another presser and let them submit it and see what they get. Because sometimes I think just certain batches of books, I think, get a reputation.
Very well possible.
Yeah. But I think overall with the grade, that's kind of where I thought it was going to settle, somewhere around a 7.75 maybe.
What are some of the other pressers that
Hey,
you
Joe.
know? Uh-oh.
Damn camera.
Wow, look at this one.
Ah,
What he was doing.
it's nothing like a infinity window. So, but that's kind of where I thought that one was going to settle. I'm sorry. What were you asking, Mark?
What are some of the other pressers that you know to use?
I'm looking at Magic Pressing, and
You heard
I've
of
been
Jerry?
talking to him for a while.
Have you
And
heard
then
of Jerry?
Rogue Trader, he's the other one I'm thinking about. But I'm probably going to send the first batch off to Magic.
You know, God, what is it? Legal Burning.
Yeah, Legal Burning.
He uses Gamma Ray on Instagram. That's his buddy who lives like near him, who presses all of those books after he burns them and sends them to CGC.
I may look into.
I've spoke to him a lot as well.
All right, so I don't know which one to do last, or do next, or do first.
Whichever
I'm
one
getting
you
to
have
the
your hand
end.
on.
Huh?
Whichever one you have your hand on.
I got my hand on that one.
The reprint?
Yes, it's a facsimile.
Yeah.
GSX number 1, 3.5.
That's respectable, I guess.
Yeah, it's.
If you didn't have the custom label, I would say just throw it away.
Yeah, custom labels kind of. I mean, even though Magneto's not in the book, but
he's in the book in a different issue, and that counts for something. How many?
But yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting on that. Somewhere 3.5 to 4.5 was kind of, you know.
How many copies of that one do you have now?
That is my one and only. It really is.
I remember you pressed that one over a year ago.
I did. And when I sent him off, I told him to press whatever he thought he could press and leave alone what he didn't think needed. This one's dirty. I mean, if I sent it to somebody who actually, did Jerry the Jitterbug type cleaning, it could probably come up a grade or so, but not worth it, I don't think.
Jerry doesn't do like open commission stuff, does he?
He what?
He doesn't do like open commission pressing cleaning, does he?
No, he's got to do.
He does like specialty stuff for like specialty.
Yeah, he's kind of got to have a reason to do it. I'm going to see. I just got a book on eBay. I'm going to see if he'll do for me. He might take it on. Yeah, Biggie, I actually got a second book that says poorly pressed. I can't remember which one it is now. I'd have to look up the notes. But yeah, but 2 from that batch came back and said they were poorly pressed. Last but not least.
Is that a key?
That's my big D.
Oh, just little D.
Yeah.
1.8 though, that's still awesome.
Yeah, that's in. Again, I'm kind of torn on this one because it came back with the cover detached. Now, when I sent it, the cover wasn't detached, but it was hanging by a thread.
Yeah. I've had that happen to me with my first appearance of Blade. One of the staples was just barely hanging on, and when CGC was done with it, they said bottom staple detached. I'm like, I get that. I mean, if they didn't know it going into the book, there was, you know what I mean? There was no way that I really didn't expect it to come back still hanging on like it was.
But if this gets a 1.8 detached, if it would have been, because there's still a crease right in the middle that I kind of assumed would have got pressed out, and it's not exactly wrapped evenly, which again, if it's already detached, it could have been rewrapped. But is that doing anything to this book now? Is it going to raise it? Although raising it from a 1.8 to a 2 could be significant.
Well,
dollar wise, but is it worth fucking with? Probably not. Biggie was talking about my yeah, my X-Men 94s
your what?
X-Men 94.
What, the Venom label?
Yeah.
Why'd you do such a silly thing?
Because the Venom was right beside the X-Men checkbox, and I just checked the wrong box on the custom labels.
It would be cool if they have like people that see stuff like that and send an email like, "Hey, did you mean to
Right.
put a label on an X-Men book? Because that makes no fucking sense."
Exactly. That's. But no, that would. No, they couldn't do that because that would make too much sense. That's it. That's all 51 books, I think.
I liked every one of them. I liked every one of them a lot.
And 2 there. Two there. 2.
Are most of these PC books? I see you have doubles of some, so.
About 50-50. All the extras of, all of the Invincibles I'm going to probably get rid of.
Yeah, they're not worth nothing.
All the extra Marvels I'm getting rid of. All of the like the Goon's going to go. Teen Titans is definitely going. I don't even know how the fuck I ended up with that.
Which one was it? Oh, Jeff Johns' first issue.
Yeah, and it's
what are the keynotes they put on it other than just do the run?
The Superman, Batman, Flash appearance, a Michael McCone cover, and a Michael Turner cover. Jeff Johns story. That's it.
What do you want for it?
I don't know. What do you give me for it?
I have no clue. How much did it cost to press and clean it, grade it, whatever?
Probably press, clean, grade, probably $40.
I'll give you 50 shipped.
What? We'll talk.
How much is the book worth? It's just Teen Titans #1.
Yeah, I have no clue. It's
He said, "What?" I don't know how much it's worth. I remember reading that run. That's when Impulse became Kid Flash, and it was awesome. It all came to an end in 2006 when Superboy Prime killed half the team.
What Goon? Goon #1 from, I don't know if that's the second or third series.
That's a good grade for that. Is that an Olivetti cover?
Eric Powell.
How?
So that's, should have known that was his. Hmm. And there you go. What series is that? Teen Titans.
Check like 2003, maybe 2004.
Number 1 from 03.
Is it 03?
ASM 252. Yeah, I'm sure I can be talked out of that one.
What grade was it?
It's like a 6.0. It's 9.8 on the Turner cover. Yeah, last sale was September of 22 with 175.
Yeah, I'll give you 54. That was forever ago. It's time to set the market on it.
Yeah, there hasn't been a sale in a. Prior to that, it looks like it was hovering around $65.
So that was just a fluke book.
That was out. There were a couple spikes here and there, yeah, but it looks like average is around $60.
Yeah, it's a dead run, is what it is. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And there. Oh, I found a sketch variant version of it. Wow, look at this. You know how they do a lot of those sketch variants for the Michael Turner stuff? That's pretty. That's solid. What are you going to sell Digger Jim that ASM 252 for?
Yeah, I should have just went through and priced these all ahead of time and had stickers on them when I was showing them. No, Joe. Unfortunately, I will not be making Heroes Con.
You're not coming?
No.
You're not even far.
I know. I may. When is it?
The weekend of the 16th next month. 16, 17, something like that.
I may see if I can try and swing it and come make a day trip out of it. But
yeah, 16, 17, and 18. And I think there's like people are getting there on the 15th. Like people are going to go watch The Flash that night. It's already worked out. Just if you're there, like you don't have to worry about picking up tickets or nothing like that. Wow, that sketch one last sold for $45. Now I'm on a rabbit hole here. I don't need it. Not right now.
Nothing else was my Coyote number 11.
First Todd McFarlane? Yep.
9.2. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's not bad at all for that.
12 on the 9.4 or 9.4 on the 12.
9.4 on the 12.
And then a 9.0 on the 13.
Oh, gotcha. Are those? I'm assuming those are PC ones, or you already had copies.
You know, I don't know.
I like how you went from not being a slab guy to
Yeah.
now.
First Tyler Kirkham.
That's pretty cool. And in the 9.8. What's the name of that book? The Gift?
The Gift. Yeah. I was happy to get a couple of 9.8s out of my Zen Intergalactic Ninja.
Yeah.
So number 4 came back a 9.8, and number 2.
I bet there's not many of those on the census.
I don't think there's any.
For real?
Yeah, on those particular issues.
I grew up with the little toys and everything. My brother, I mean, I thought he was cool, but my brother was into those.
And 9.2 there.
What is the significance of that one? What is that?
First Dark Horse book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Dark Horse Presents number 1. So
What
this
year
is the first.
was that?
This
Late
is the
80s?
first book, and Boris the Bear is. It's either the second book or the second title. So Boris the Bear #1 is a key. Um, the Marvels, definitely a bunch of Marvels for sale.
What do you mean? The series called The Marvels?
Yeah, the series.
Oh, Marvel.
Marvel, yeah. I'm just keeping the 9/8 and that 196. And then I've got some other ones for sale. I'm going to try and put together a 9/8 run. Yeah, there's the ASM with the correct label on it.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Well, again, the label is it's all on me. All on me.
It's ironic that that one doesn't have a Venom label at this point.
Yeah, I guess I could have really just put Venom on everything, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Let's see
But
what.
no,
for.
DC Spotlight. Yeah, Mark knows what DC Spotlight is.
I've heard of it. It's first Watchmen appearance.
Yeah, and Dark Knight Returns.
I mean,
think there's some other.
that's just their
in there.
story, but that's the first book that has the Watchmen characters drawn in it. Do any of them make the cover? Like, is Rorschach on the back cover or anything? Yep. Is that him or the question right there?
It's not. Yeah, it's not Rorschach.
It's just a question then.
I don't see any.
Ink blot.
Oh, there's Hex. What the hell? So who's this dude standing on top of Darkseid?
Oh god, what happened to my computer? That's Blue Devil.
He's actually hitting Darkseid with his spear or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like little.
So he was a stuntman on a movie set who accident happened wearing a suit and it got fused to him, kind of thing. And the staff has like mystical abilities. He's kind of Justice League Dark adjacent kind of character, and a lot of Swamp Thing stuff as well.
Green Label.
Oh wow! I remember when you were chasing those. Isn't that like the first Peanut stuff or something?
Yeah. Blue Label on that one though.
Look at that dude's face.
So, but that Tip Top's for sale.
That's awesome that you got a 9.8 on that Spotlight.
I've got 3 or 4 more of these coming from the same guy I got this one from that he says are all in the same condition. There's one I'll take another stab at.
We're going to crack it and send it back.
Yeah. That Magic pressing, have a crack at it.
Yeah, from his all the stuff that he posts, it seems like he's really good at what he does.
And then I'll probably leave that one alone.
You don't want to go for the 9.9?
I don't know, maybe. It's crazy. And I had that issue and I can't find it.
Issue 2?
I had issue 2. Because back in the day, you if you were ordering a series, you couldn't get less than 2 issues. Just by the time you had to order it,
Yeah.
uh, by the time you got issue 1 and decided you didn't want any more, issue 2 was already ordered.
Yeah.
Um, and on some series, you already had 3 issues ordered. But I had issue 2 ordered, and I think I remember giving it away to somebody. Like a long time ago, somebody said, "Hey, I'm into this Walking Dead series, but I missed issue 2." I'm like, "Oh, well, I got one, and I hate it." So
Did you ever go back and read it or anything?
I did not, no. And I've honestly only watched maybe 2 episodes.
I'm about to hop off here and get ready for Guess That Key. Let me go on
Yeah,
live
I think.
sector at sector 2815 at 9:30. He's giving away some Spider-Man chase books that have been coming out. That Spider-Man 7 and that game verse one. I gave it to you. It was in the bed.
But now I don't know where it is.
Okay, well, I'll grab one. I'll find one.
Can I help
And then I had to show off. That's a page from Zen #1.
Yeah, that's pretty wicked.
Yeah, it's.
It's an
I
odd
was
shape.
happy to run across it.
That's wild. Where did you find that?
Jordan, I can't remember his last name now. He's a dealer in Hawaii, and he's on Dueling Dealers every once in a while.
Is that a show?
Yeah, it's a show. Comic art.
Is that the one that you went on that one time?
No, it's Comic Art Fans is their website, and it's Comic Art Live is the Facebook, the YouTube site. The Guess That Key, is that tonight?
Yeah, he'll be giving those away on that show tonight. The Gameverse books, there's probably about 10 copies still sitting at my LCS yesterday, and I went in today, and they were there from last week still. About 10 copies yesterday, and I went in today, and they were all gone. So I guess people caught wind of it finally.
There's the next one going in for grading.
Is that the most recent reprint?
Yeah, it just came out tomorrow.
Perfect. Well, let me get off here and get her back to settle and get ready for this thing tonight. Scott, I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right. Thanks for hopping on, Mark.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Bye.
All right, guys. I think that's it. I know that's all my books. If you were lucky enough to play the guessing game on Guess Those Grades, the winner for this round was Dale of Suspense. He guessed, see if I can find the sheet. Everybody did pretty poor on the CGC guessing for this round. Wow, I can't believe I've had all of these books back since December, and I'm just now getting around to doing a video on them. Yeah. He had 3. Yeah, and nobody else. I don't think anybody else had. One other person had 2. Um, so it wasn't a very good guessing game this time around. And fortunately, we didn't have to go to the um, bonus book to get a winner, because that would have been depressing. Um, Actually, no. There was only one that guessed the bonus right. Um, so, and that was War Machine Punisher. But we didn't have to make it that far. So, at least, Jonathan, if you would have tied, you would have won the tiebreaker. And there was only one. Dale guessed one book correctly, and that is it. Nobody else guessed any. Nobody else guessed any. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, Dale guessed the ASM 10 at a 7. And that's how pathetic everybody's guessing skills were. Of course, mine were too. I didn't even put my score up there because it was that shitty too. All right, thanks everybody who popped in to watch. Appreciate it. Stay tuned for a big, huge video. Not in length, but in content. Huge. I'm not sure if it's going to be 1 video or 2. I'm probably going to do 1 because I would hate to center a video all around one book, but I still might. But it's a major, major side quest that I completed recently. Because as we all know, there's only one Grail, but there's lots of side quests of varying degrees of difficulty. Look at that. Wish I knew what was going on with that camera. Good thing I have lots of them around. So, but anyways, probably one day next week is when I'll do that video. I'm still waiting for everything to filter in. In fact, that reminds me, I better get to checking on a couple things. I'm behind on artwork. I've got scads of artwork laying around that I haven't shown anything for. Hit Monkey, yeah. I mean, Andrea Moody. Shelley Moldoff. mean, look at all this stuff. Bob Layton. So I may do a Beckerman style shorts on these. I'm going to have to look half of them up because I don't know what the hell they are. My Joe Linsner finally came in. Oh, that was just a book. It's a nice War of the Undead Gods. Pencils. And inks over blue lines. So, unlike Beckerman, I'm not a big blue line fan, but if you have the original pencils to go with your blue lines, you can make an exception. Of course, he says blue line is better than no line. And then my Greg Hildebrandt concept cover drawing for Spectre. You should know it, issue 16 maybe. So, and I got some more here that I haven't done anything with, but yeah, Jim, I really should, and it would be easy enough to do because I could probably sit down and do 10 or 15 or 20 of them. Blue Alien, just in time to catch the end. Hope you watch a rewind. Went through some good slabs, like an X-Men book with a Venom label. Don't worry though, I've got 2 of them. But back to your point, Jim, I could do 15 or 20, and whip them out in an hour or less and just have them queued up. But especially once I would get some sort of a format down, like back when I did those John Reese books, I was whipping those out pretty quick. You're going to see a bunch of these. I hit a big selection of these. I'm getting close. Boy, I need to do some fucking cleaning around here. Oh, I get this. This is was a sketch cover done by Joe Del Beto and Mariano Nicieza. And I had a slight issue with an order from Dynamic Forces, and contacted Nick, the owner, Nick Barucci, and we got everything straightened out, and wasn't a huge deal, but he had the guys do a cover for me as kind of a makeup for it, which that was pretty cool, because he didn't have to do that, and I really wasn't, asking him to do that, but I surely wasn't going to turn it down either. Yeah, one a day, not one an hour like I did with the John Reese books. That got to be a little much. Although Beckerman enjoyed it. Also, I've been picking up quite a few of these I'm getting close on. Maybe I'll slow down and have some more time. Start doing more videos. Another Super Magician, Red Dragon. Clean enough for me. Teen Titans #1. Probably ought to get that graded. Hey Dale, did you hear you won? You had the only correct guess on the last set of submissions. Maybe get that graded. No, it's kind of rough. I think I'm going to sell all my Spawn books too. I become unattached to them. Keep maybe the first dozen issues or 20 issues. The one I actually bought and read from the newsstand. Mexican Harley Quinn. Yeah, it was so the video was so long ago you probably forgot you even put your guesses in. But yeah, it was on my last the 51 book CGC submission out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. You had one correct guess and nobody else had any. So you were correct on the ASM number 10. My purple label. Purple label 7.0. I don't remember what you won. I'll have to watch the video again to look at it. It was either a Spawn or a Black. I think it was a Black Panther slab. I can't remember though. That was too long ago. Okay. Nope, not that. I don't know. It's around here somewhere. I didn't throw it away. Nope, it's not that one. It's not that one. Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. Here it is. I knew it was around here. Black Panther #1 sketch cover. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. If not, that's what you're getting anyways. Could have been a Spawn cover too, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So I know I've got your email from where I sent you that knife a while back, but if you would, shoot me a text, a message with your address, and I'll work on getting boxed up for you. All right, Jim, what's so funny that I can't remember what he won? All right, I think that'll officially do it. I've had enough. Gonna go home and do some more work, and clean up all the shit I threw behind me. I got a mess. So, thanks again, everybody, who watched the live, watching on the rewind. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out the next videos with the huge side quest book. Oh, thanks for popping in, Jim. Yeah, Dale, maybe see if you can remember which ones you guessed on. All right, later, Jonathan. All right, see everybody around the interwebs.